feeling strong. We practice this here so that later on when we come into all these kind of other fun, crazy poses, we've practiced again that upward current of motion while also grounding down. So for now, just check in with the feet, spreading awareness through all four corners of the feet, perhaps drawing energy up through the arches of the feet, maybe even lifting the kneecaps, toning the quads, just kind of bringing a little active energy into the body as once again we draw the palms together at the heart and lift the sternum to the thumbs. Tuck your pelvis in, everyone. And again, close your eyes, find that head over heart, heart over pelvis, this time pelvis over heels or the center of the heels. Interlace the fingertips, soften the knees, find a little buoyancy here as we inhale. Reach forward, up and back. Nice tall stretch here. And then exhale, releasing the fingertips down, just like we did when we were seated. Opening the chest, inhale, soft knees, reaching forward, up and back. Tailbone lengthens down, tuck your pelvis, and exhale, opening the shoulders, fingertips might move a little bit here. Maybe checking in with the neck this time. Inhale, forward, up and back, lengthening the tailbone down. Exhale. Ooh, awesome. Take a second here to draw a couple circles with your nose. Check in with the neck. Often we think in yoga, we have to be in these crazy pretzel shapes, but really for me, each day, yoga really begins with this movement, this gesture. Drawing circles one way and then the other. Checking with my neck, grounding down through my shoulders and elbows and fingertips. Feels good. Okay, take a second, soft knees to bend the knees and then reach the fingertips up, volcano pose. I'm lifting my toes here just to press into all four corners of my feet. I'm tucking my pelvis in. The arms might get tired right away here with practice. You'll notice this gets easier. Pull the thumbs back. Find a flying V if you feel like this, like no space. Find some space. Release the toes back down if you haven't already and breathe. Spread the fingertips in celebration of you and your new yoga practice. Then take the right hand and grab the left wrist. Again, just like we did before in the side body stretch, think up and over. So rather than just to the side, youch. Think up, length, 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 and then over. This will look a little different for everyone. Again, you can find a little self-expression here as you maybe sway a little back and forth. And then we'll come back to center. I know arms might be getting tired here. Hang with me. Grab the opposite wrist. Think up and over as you breathe into the stretch. Ground down through your feet. Remember that sit bone to heel connection. Tuck your pelvis. And then we come back to volcano pose for one breath as we inhale. Look up by drawing a line with the nose up. And then exhale back down at the heart. Palms to the sternum as we lift it up. Awesome. Bring the hands to the waistline. So we're going to take the right foot forward and the left foot back. I'm wanting to get to a place, so I'm not going to spend too much time on all the fine details because I'm wanting just to get a taste for things. So right toes are going to point forward, left toes are going to point towards the front left corner of the mat, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on two planes rather than one tightrope, like two skis, so I have lots of space, like maybe hip point apart. Take your right thumb, pull your right hip point back, then see if you can tuck your pelvis and do this thing we've been working on where we align head over heart, heart over pelvis. Now the tendency is that the pelvis is going to want to spill back, hey-oh, but I'm going to lengthen the tailbone down, tuck my pelvis, and find integrity in the torso, kind of lighting that fire in my belly too. Great, hands on the waistline here as I loop the shoulders and breathe. Back heel is on the earth, strong. Both legs are charged by maybe squeezing the inner thighs together, finding that scissor effect, got excited there. And then finding that length in the crown. Breathe here. You can stay here, bending that front knee generously. Eventually, I'm going to want to get to a place where the bottom of that thigh is parallel to the earth, but in due time, in due time. So I can stay here, hands on the waist, or I can reach the fingertips behind the ears and reach it up. Voila! I'm in Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Pull the thumbs back. Remember your alignment. Draw your navel in slightly. Breathe here. If you feel like, whoa, hug those inner thighs together. Find stability as you breathe. Take a deep breath in, inhale. As you exhale, open up towards the left side of your mat. Warrior Two. I might walk my front toes towards the front edge of the mat. And I might find a little bit more space here, a little wider stance is what I'm trying to say, as I pull my pinkies back and find that lift in the heart. Breathe here, strong legs. And then exhale, hands to the waistline. And I'm going to turn my right toes in and my left toes out to take it to the other side. Now we're going to work in reverse order here. So a little yoga for the brain too. Coming into our Warrior Two on the left side first. Bend the knee. The tendency is you're going to be like, I'm not strong, so I'm going to hang out. I'm going to not bend that knee so far right away. But I think you'd be surprised. Get in there, get a little juicy. Make sure your feet are stacked just where you need them so we're not on that tightrope. We're really paying attention to our foundation, working our yoga poses from the ground up. Deep breath in here. And exhale, hands to the waistline. Then I'm going to step the back foot in just a little bit so that I can bring that back heel to the earth. Strong legs, strong lower body as I move my hip points gently towards the back edge, which is now the front edge of the mat. Lengthen the tailbone down. Find that lift in the heart. We can stay here, or we can reach the fingertips behind the ears to come up. Voila, warrior one on the opposite side. Again, don't worry about trying to create that perfect image, that perfect asana. It really is about having an experience and then growing the pose. It makes it fun too and less work. Okay, one more nice long inhale in here. Hang with me. Hug those inner thighs towards the midline. And on an exhale, float the fingertips down back to the waistline for a little stability. Hooking my thumbs behind here. Then I'm going to turn the left toes in, come back to center. And I'm going to heel toe, my feet back into center. So when you hear that in yoga class, that's what this means. Heel toe, heel toe. It's kind of silly. Okay, this time I'm going to challenge my center of gravity by coming feet flush together. So before we were hip width apart, now I'm going to stand up nice and tall in Tadasana, where I'll finish my practice today, bringing the fingertips down, maybe closing the eyes, kind of challenging that center of gravity, taking the experience of my practice